Hi guys! If you are an owner of an Epson ET-8550 and you're unhappy with the roller marks that the printer is notorious for leaving, then you're going to want to watch this. So when I got my printer kindly gifted to me by Papercuts a few weeks ago, one of the most consistent messages and comments I received was how people loved the output of the print, but they were so frustrated with the roller marks that it left, especially over glossy paper. So, always wanting to rise to a printer-related challenge, I decided to find a workaround. And luckily, I found two. Now, gloss can be notoriously difficult to film, but I'm hoping that you can just see there that there are roller marks on the printer where it's dragged through on the gloss. Typically, these are on both sides, and they get worse when you are printing with thicker media like the 300 GSM. Now, I've spent the last few weeks and so many different prints trying to figure this one out, and I'm happy to say that there is definitely a solution. You just need to know where to look. So I'm going to take you over to Affinity Designer and I'm going to show you the first stage when it comes to trying to bust these annoying roller marks on your print. Now, when you go to print, especially if you're using something like Affinity Designer, there is a secret setting in the actual Epson menu. So we're going to go over to print and then properties. And over on the maintenance, if you go to extended settings, then just here, there is a box that you check if you are printing on thick paper and envelopes. It will tell you that you should only use this option when printing on thick paper and envelopes, or if your previous printouts have been smeared. It also does take a little bit longer. So if we check this and then put all of your settings in as standard, then this will definitely help to minimize those roller marks. However, if you're using a high quality gloss photo stock photo card like the Papercuts 300 GSM, then it won't prevent them completely. However, if you use this setting with the next step that I'm going to show you, then I promise you they will disappear. When it comes to selecting the paper source, if you select the rear paper feed slot, then there is a separate printing area that you can use specifically for thicker papers, and this works really well on gloss. So make sure you have that selected and it will tell you to send your print job first and then load paper. It's going to talk you exactly through how to do it on the printer, and I'm going to show you how to do it too. Once you sent it to the printer, it's going to tell you to remove the rear cover, install the paper feed unit on the rear paper feed slot, and then load the paper. So very helpfully, there is a little how-to for all of this, and you can click through to see each step. Luckily, I've done this a few times now, so I can show you exactly what to do. We need to start by opening up the actual rear paper feed tray and make sure that it is in place, so it should be leaning slightly back like so. Next, you need to access the rear of your printer, and hopefully you can see under here there are two little circles, and you need to push in on the grey bits and then kind of wiggle this bit out like so. Now, this is actually the paper feeder for the printer, and there is this grey bit here that we need to take out. Very carefully, we don't want to break anything. So this bit, for now, you can just put safely to one side. And then this bit needs to be put back into the printer. Hopefully you can see on this side here and here, there are some little guide marks that we need to pop these bits to. There's also a very helpful little guide, as well as on the front on the screen it talks you through to. So you don't want to force anything too much. And as a little tip, there is an arrow there to show you exactly which way it should be going, and two arrows here as well, and you need to try and line everything up like so. Once it's in properly, it should be almost flat, not tilting at a big angle. We're then going to load in our cardstock, in this case this lovely Papercuts 300 GSM Glossy, and we are going to make sure that it is the print side up. And we're going to adjust the little feeders at the sides, the paper guide, sorry, at the side, so we've got a nice snug fit, and you'll see that the printer has taken it in there. It should then hopefully realise that it's got its paper and start printing. Now this is obviously a bit of a problem. Not only does this method not print borderless on A4 or A3, it also leaves this rather large 2cm margin at the bottom, which it uses to pull the paper through. But I promise you a workaround, and a workaround I've got. Paper Cuts has got all of their amazing gloss photo paper in A3 too, including 300 GSM and 260 GSM and every other GSM that you could possibly need. So I'm going to show you how to size this in Affinity Designer and then print and just trim down if you still are adamant that you want your artwork on a glossy background. So once you have your artwork, you can either copy it into an A3 sheet, or if like my one, it extends beyond A3, beyond A4, then you can just download it. I like to download as a ping, as it makes sure that it is nice and high quality. We are then going to go to File, New, A3, make sure that we have got 300 dpi. Now I actually created this artwork in Procreate and I hadn't set my canvas up for a CMYK, so we're going to stick with RGB, but obviously you would change your color format depending on what your input was. We're then going to import our artwork and we're going to use the central alignment tools there to put it in the middle. We're then going to print exactly the same as we did before, but making sure that we have this set to A3 instead. So A3, rear paper feed slots, Epson Premium Glossy, and quality is going to be high. And then we're going to go through exactly the same steps as we just did to get that printed. Now I am hoping that you can see here that despite this being 300 GSM, a high gloss, that there are none of those roller marks that we had previously, and we have technically managed to make it completely borderless because we have trimmed down. Now I'm a realist, and I know especially if you are selling these, then that is going to be a lot of faff to be going through, including the extra cost of the A3, although admittedly that's not too much and you can just factor that into your costing. But what if you don't want to have to trim and you still want this flawless, beautiful finish? Then the simple answer is to go with matte. Paper Cuts also have all of their popular photo papers in all of the GSMs in a matte finish too, and because it's not got the super slick glossy surface, it means that roller marks aren't picked up. You can just use the rear feeder, not the actual rear slot. As long as you use the hidden setting for thick paper and envelopes, then it will work perfectly. So I'm going to just show you how to put your printer back together so we can do exactly the same printout on this matte photo cardstock. So first off, we are going to remove the little paper feeder gently, like so. We are then going to put it back onto the actual paper feeder itself. So again, we've got arrow to arrow here, and you want to just gently push that in. We're then going to pop it back into the machine carefully and pop these two bits in at the side here to make sure it's all seated. We are then ready to turn the printer background into its normal position and print. So there we go, we have a gloss finish with absolutely no roller marks on it whatsoever. The trade-off is obviously that you need to print A3 and then trim down, especially if you're using a thicker cardstock like 300 GSM. Or if you want the quicker route, then definitely go for Paper Cuts matte cardstock, because it automatically doesn't have roller issues if you make sure you hit the settings for thick media in the secret hidden maintenance part, and also you use the rear printer feeder. So I really hope that you have found this useful. I am actually on a quest to recapture my business, and this is partly thanks to the amazing Paper Cuts, for gifting me with the Epson ET-8550. I have already done a trial run of some postcards. So if you would like to see a tutorial on making these little double-sided cuties, then let me know and we can definitely do that. Thank you so much for joining me today. A huge thank you to Paper Cuts for obviously providing me with the amazing printer and the cardstock that I have used. If you have any comments or questions, drop them down in the comment box below. If you are a small business and you're going to be getting through a lot of photo paper like I do, then head over to Paper Cuts because they have got huge savings if you are purchasing in bulk. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, share it with all of your small business friends, and I can't wait to see you next week. Bye!